Yeah.
We'll go. Game time.
Yeah. Yo, cut that out. What up? Y'all see these beautiful faces. Y'all heard that theme music. It's the Let's Get Canceled podcast. I'm your boy, Big Tech Dog, your favorite friendly, lovable loudmouth.
And I'm Tommy with an H. I'm the voice of the people. I speak for y'all. Hey, yo, cousin.
What up, cousin?
You ready?
Oh, I'm ready.
All right.
Let's get canceled. All right, so check it out, man. Tonight, we are going back in time a little bit. We gonna talk about a couple of things, but the main thing we talking about tonight is debut albums. If you couldn't guess from the title, one's gotta go.
Ooh, and it's not just one. It's a whole row gotta go.
It's a whole row gotta go. So what we did, we got a group of first albums. First, listen, we're not getting real technical. Don't go, well, technically, before they were signed, they dropped it. No, the first recognized commercial album from these artists, and we've got 9 of them. Each row has 3 albums in it. We got to get rid of one whole row.
Jeez.
It's harder than it sounds. Trust me. Up until literally 30 seconds ago, we've been debating this. You know what I'm saying?
Still trying to make things happen for the boys, man. Still trying to make some things happen for these guys. And
right.
I'm a little concerned about my list because I still haven't. I'm gonna tell you the truth. I re-listened to all of these albums, and what I thought was gonna be the easy pick ended up changing completely. And just up until our last conversation, I am still debating with myself how I'm gonna do this. But folks, we're gonna get into this in just a moment. Right now, listen, since you're on here, like, share, subscribe, get in the comment section. We're gonna give you the list of albums in just a moment. But I gotta give you a little quick story time about my last few weeks here.
So I was just getting ready to say that, because if y'all notice, I got a flask in my hand, and Tommy with an H does not.
It's all coffee today. I am not allowed to drink today because I had to have a procedure. Now, y'all remember a couple months back, I was discussing being afraid and having to go out to the doctors and get the prostate exam. So that fear, just last Friday, that fear came true. And I've been talking to my doctor over and over, telling Doc, hey man, maybe I need to reschedule this. I'm not really feeling it, not comfortable with this. And Doc was like, nah, you got to do it. You got to do it, Tommy. It's going to be quick. It's going to be painless. Just come on in and get it over with, because you got to check on your health. And you guys gave me the strength to go ahead and do this, because you all told me you got to do it. You got to make sure that you're healthy. You have to make sure that you're here for your family. So I kept that scheduled appointment. I went into this man's office, because I'm telling you, I went into this man's office, sat there with the nurse. She took my blood pressure. My blood pressure was through the roof.
I bet.
Nerves bad. Exactly, because I'm feeling like this man finna pop my booty hole, and it's finna be a problem for me. So with my blood pressure being at 1,000,000, she was like, we'll just wait until the doctor comes in. We'll retake it again. Maybe he'll be able to calm you down. As soon as my doctor walks into the room, he looks me in my face and can see the strife that was going through. He saw the anguish in my eyes. And exactly what you just did there, that's exactly what my doctor did. He looked at me and he burst out laughing. I'm like, Doc, this is not funny. He was like, Tommy, he was like, we were just playing, man. He was like, we don't even do rectal exams anymore, man. He's just like, nobody's popping. He's like, we don't even do that no more.
Time out. Before you go any further, are you telling me that they no longer do what they call a digital exam, where they take a digit and insert it? They don't do that anymore.
The doctor said we no longer put fingers in Duke. All right, there's no more fingers in your booty hole. So guys,
wait, when he says, wait, I want to be clear. I haven't done this yet. I want to be clear. When you say they no longer do it? When he say we no longer, is it just your doctor's office, or is this doctor's office in general?
There is no longer a need for them to put their finger in your bunghole. So fellas, if you go to your doctor and he tells you to bend over and prepare for the digit
insertion,
the the violation of violations, you tell him that Tommy with an H and the Mayo Clinic said we don't have to do that no more.
Okay, so y'all heard it here first.
So that was my day last week, Friday. So the beautiful Mrs. with an H sends a message to me to send to my doctor and says, schedule a colonoscopy. If they don't have to do that based on your family's history of cancers and this, she was like, make them send me a note on Mayo letterhead stating that it's not necessary.
And ladies and gentlemen, that absolutely sounds like Mrs. with an H. That definitely sounds
so
like
Doc says she can look in the portal. He was like, I'm not sending home a note. And I was like, Doc, he was like, you don't need to do this. I was like, Doc, if you don't do it, she'll do it. So you may as well go ahead and get that scheduled out. So we scheduled that one for today. I go in today, had to drink this concoction last night that
right.
You guys, it's not fun at all. I'll tell you that much. It's not fun. But I had to drink that concoction, go in today. Got put to sleep though. Luckily got put to sleep while they scoped what they needed to scope. And now here's another thing. Here's another thing. When they tell you that you'll be asleep, you won't even know anything happened, all that good stuff. Fellas, if you have a virgin hole, you will know that someone's been in there. No, I'm just gonna tell you that off jump. If you have that virgin hole, you will know someone has been there. I don't know what they used. They knocked me out pretty early. I was tired anyway because I had slept in the last few days because my nerves have been terribly bad knowing that something was gonna be going in my virgin hole. So
I believe it.
Get in there today. I'm tired. I'm going to sleep. They turn some lights off for me. I'm going to sleep. They wake me up. Hey, Mr. Colbert, we're about to get started. And then they say, can you turn over on your side? Left leg straight, right leg up. Huh? They move this right leg up to my chest. My knee is at my chest. So I am bust wide open, cats. Bust wide open.
Oh.
You can feel it. You can feel it. Bust wide open. And the next thing you know, they started inserting the I needed a drink, but I couldn't have one. I need one now. I really just want to be in my bed with my blankie right now, but the show must go on. Again, I do this for you guys. But yeah, so they gave me the meds, and within a few seconds, I was being woken up saying, hey, okay, everything's over. Everything went okay. We'll call your wife. We'll tell her to come and get you. We'll give her all the information.
Hey, wait. The doctor wasn't like buckling his belt back or nothing like that, was it?
It was not, and luckily it wasn't my primary. This was a young lady who performed it. There were actually 3 ladies in the room at the time, and I don't know that that's better. It's not. I will tell you exactly. It is not. The only thing I could guarantee is that they didn't put their digits in me, but outside of that, I don't know what else was inserted into me. But again, back to my point of, if you have that virgin hole, you will know that someone's been there. I don't care what they tell you. And anybody who says it's not that bad, it's just that bad.
It's that bad. Wow.
So tonight I am 100% sober. I am a little bit shamed. I feel like something has really happened to me. And I just want my blankie. I really just want my blankie. I want to go cuddle up with my blankie and have and let that be that. But again,
wait,
you guys,
you're not getting ready to just end this because I got questions.
Yeah,
I got questions. So first of all, I'm gonna be serious first. First of all, what was this a normal like you got into that age, so you need to go ahead
Yeah.
and just get a checkup,
Yes,
or were you having any issues?
Yeah, no issues at all. It's just a routine checkup, precautionary thing. Again, with the history of cancers on
Right.
both sides.
We've got
Right,
history. Yeah.
that's on both sides of the family. So it was something that needed to be done, and the wife said I had to do it, even though the doctor says it wasn't necessary. I will give you that much. The doctor told me before he scheduled it, we don't have to do this. However, the missus said if I don't get
We have to do
if I
this.
don't get a notice on company letterhead signed by the doctor, then it's going to be scheduled. So we went ahead and just bit that bullet and got violated. I got
So
violated.
here's my another question on the serious tip.
Mm-hmm.
Are they, when this is a normal your regular checkup after you hit a certain age? So are there any results to get? Is that something that you get instantaneously? A conversation you have with the doctor right then? Is this something that you have to wait a couple weeks and then they call you and say, hey, the results of your colonoscopy are or is?
Yeah, there are
How does
certain
that
things
work?
there are certain things while they're in there, if they find polyps and things like that, they could remove. They need to biopsy something, they can handle that while they're in there.
Got it.
All sorts of things. And then there are other results that will come back at a later date. I think they have some that'll return on Friday and another set that'll return in 3 to 5 business days after that. So we're still waiting, but so far things seemed okay. Now here's the thing. Like on yesterday, they told me to drink this bottle of stuff. I drank the bottle of stuff according to the rules that were on that bottle. Apparently,
Right.
the rules that are on that bottle are not what the clinic wanted. So the doctor's office said, we said 24 hours. That bottle says just 3 hours before bed, take this and start your regimen. So when they went in
Right.
today, they were like, yeah, we couldn't do everything. We saw some we went in on this side, that was fine. We went to the other side of the colon and we couldn't see everything. So you may have to come back and do this again in another 3 to 6 months. It's not happening. That's not happening. I talked to my primary today, and he was like, "Yeah, we'll revisit it when you come back next month," because he switched up some meds on me last time. He was like, "We'll revisit this when you come back next month." So there will be an update on this, but I'm gonna tell you what the update's not going to be. It's not going to be me going letting them play in my booty for ammo time. Not again.
So let's be clear. Like anything that would have been like an emergency, something we got to take care of right away, they would have been able to see.
They would have done it.
Moment.
They would have done it while they were in there. Yeah.
Right. So, ladies and gentlemen, Tommy with an H has a clean bill of health rectally, at least for now.
But I no longer have a virgin asshole.
No longer. That's just sad. Meanwhile, over here in Lake County, I still got a virgin. I'm not. Listen. All jokes aside, man. Whatever you need to do to take care of your health, I am all for that because I think that's what needs to happen.
Gotta happen.
So that's that, man.
Yeah. So that was just one of those things. But now I realize, like, if being gay entails having to have things inserted into your rectal cavity, I can't be that. Now, all the other benefits that may come from being gay, I don't know about, but I know this is one that if that's a prereq, I think I'm failing that one. So
I don't know how we got here, ladies and gentlemen. However,
it's booty holes, and
this is Tommy with an H.
It is what it is. It is.
Good God Almighty.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's
we're healthy.
Business,
we're good. We're good and healthy.
I'm happy about that.
Me too.
Hey, all jokes aside, man. As long as you gonna be here for a minute, that's all we need.
Yeah, that ain't gonna be it. That ain't gonna be what get me. Tell you that.
I would say I'll drink for both of us, but no, bro, I got stuff to do in the morning. You know what I'm saying? And there ain't no way I can keep up with what you would normally do. No. All right. So, anyway, so that's good. That's good news, man. Anything else in the news that you want to talk about?
No news.
No news.
No news. No, because news is.
I'm gonna say this much.
Scary. News is scary.
I'm gonna say this much, man. I have been watching, the Orange Peel. Have you noticed? And I just noticed this today talking to somebody. They told me, they said, 45, 47, and I'm like, oh. 15, 30, 37, 38. But did it 45, 47. Oh my gosh. Hey, whoever this let me tell you something. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. No, I isn't.
Let's
But
do it.
anyway,
Let's do it.
so hey, while y'all are here, man, make sure that you like, share, subscribe on all platforms. You know, stay
Everywhere.
on
We are
Facebook,
everywhere.
Instagram, TikTok, YouTube. Also, right now, we are on all of your audio podcast platforms. All right. All you have to do is search the Let's Get Canceled podcast, and you will find us. Every Wednesday, we put up a new episode here on YouTube and on the other streaming platforms of Facebook and all that stuff. The next day, on Thursdays, you can find us on Apple Music, on all of your podcast platforms. All right. So we do thank y'all for listening. Make sure you listen and share it with a friend of yours and see if they like it. If they don't mind, getting canceled with us. All right.
Exactly. And give it a follow. Go into our into the DMs or into one of those chats. Type done. We got a giveaway going on. If you look at our socials right now, there's another giveaway going on. So put yourself in the drawing to see if you get selected for the bundle, because just all you have to do, go follow, let us know it's done, and you in there. So let's make it happen. Let's get these numbers up. We need your help. We need your help. The people need to hear this.
Absolutely. Well, listen, Tommy with an H.
Yes, sir.
It's time to go ahead and get down to it. I know we've been trying to avoid it. We've been trying to kind of skirt this, but we got to do it. We are, at this moment, here's your list.
Oh, boy. Oh, boy.
In row one, we have the first Snoop Dogg album, Doggystyle.
All the while we do it Doggystyle. Classic.
In the same row, you have Kanye West, College Dropout. Hey, this is pre-Nazi Kanye. This is pre-Nazi Kanye.
This the Kanye everybody say they miss. That's the old, when they say the old Kanye, right? That's the old Kanye.
And then right next to him is Beanie Siegel, The Truth.
I speak
a classic album.
Oh boy. Ooh.
This is the bully is on full display on this album. In row number two, you've got Nas, Illmatic. Right next to him, you've got the first Eminem, the Slim Shady LP. Right next to him is the man, the myth, the legend, Mr. Jay-Z, Reasonable Doubt.
That row two, that row two is tough.
That row two is hard.
It's got three of the greatest. It's got three of the all-time greatest.
Arguably three of the greatest lyricists in all of hip hop history.
Indeed.
Like, let's be real. Now, row three, you've got Only Built for Cuban Linx,
aka the Purple Tape.
The Purple Tape. Yes, sir. Woo. Then you've got The Game, the documentary. In my opinion, a slept-on classic. And then you've got Noriega. Nori with Noriega. I'll put it that way. That's row three.
With Nori.
So what you have to do, you have to eliminate an entire row. I'm gonna put it back up there in a minute. You have to eliminate an entire row. That means that everything on that row, if you say, you know what, Eminem can get out of here, that means you got to get rid of Illmatic and Reasonable Doubt. If you say The Game's got to go, that means you got to get rid of the Purple Tape and Nori.
Sheesh.
If you say Beanie Siegel can go, you got to also get rid of Kanye and Snoop.
Oh boy,
sir, I'm going to turn this over to you to make. Well, first, what we're going to do first, we're going to give our top 9. We're going to put.
I got to rank them. We got to rank them.
You got to rank them. So we're going to start at number 9. What's your number 9?
My number, jeez. My number 9 is the Slim Shady LP.
This is the one that.
The Slim Shady LP comes DAL, guys. DAL. One's got to go. It like that was of this group of albums. Slim Shady LP to me is the one that can kick all the rocks.
Ouch. Yeah. Well, number 9 for me is the Noriega. Yeah, he's number 9 for me. He's number 9 for me. Where's your number 8, sir?
My number 8, again, after a re-listen, went to Beans and the Truth.
Ooh. I'm with you on that one. I think I'm with
and
you
it
on
was
that
just one of those things
Number
sonically
8.
that just did not age appropriately for me, and it just sounded so 2000s, and just going back to it, yeah, it just doesn't stand the test of time for me. Same thing with like Eminem, it just didn't stand the test of time. So that ended up being my number 8.
I'll discuss that in a minute
I
because
know,
you hurt my heart with
I
that, with
know.
Eminem being dead last. So I'm going to assume that number 7 for you is going to
Correct.
be Noriega.
That's correct. Number 7 ended up being
and so number 7 for me is Eminem, is the Slim Shady LP. I want to go on record and say that before y'all force me to listen to these over again, Eminem was higher.
Indeed. The truth
higher.
was higher for me before the re-listen. 100%.
Right. And as much as I love Noriega always was number 9. He was number 9 before I listened. He's number 9 today and will forever be number 9 unless you throw up like some other corny Soulja Boy. He'll beat Soulja Boy.
Nah, but
all right. So that means we got 6 left. Who's at number 6 for you?
At number 6, and this was a surprise because this one would have been number 8 originally.
I know which one it is. Go ahead.
It's the documentary. Documentary stepped in and took a bow. Again, the re-listening process of this was phenomenal. I was glad that we were able to do this because it took me back to places that I loved, and that documentary album was one of them ones, as they say. It was one of them ones. So what you got at 6?
At number 6 for me. Oh, this is gonna hurt somebody's feelings. And number 6.
You better not say it. You better not. You better not.
I'm so like I'm torn. Hold on. I told y'all I hadn't gotten all this down, but I think I'm gonna do it. I think I'm gonna do it. Let's go ahead. I'll take the shots. At number 6.
Oh, okay,
absolutely
okay.
not.
Okay.
Absolutely not. At number 6 is
you
going to
say
be
Doggystyle?
Reasonable Doubt.
What? Whoa!
I'm gonna tell you why. Let me
please do. Please
Reasonable Doubt is coming in. Reasonable Doubt is coming in at number 6 because if you take that album out of the pantheon of all of Jay-Z's work as a standalone album, I can see why people slept on it in the beginning. After re-listening to it, I can see what he was trying to get done, and I can also see clearly how he missed. So that's how it ends up number 6. And the reason I'm putting it at number 6 is because the documentary for me was the more impactful album on me at that time, at the time of listening. So yeah, that Reasonable Doubt comes in at number 6. Oh, well, this is I'll put it to you like this. So, and matter of fact, I'll go ahead and give you my number 5 is the documentary, right? The reason being is because if you go track for track, if you put any game track against one of Jay-Z's tracks, it's going to be like, oh, okay, well, Jay's rapping better. He's better. But as a complete body of work, the album itself, we're not talking about artists, we're not talking about individual songs, but the album top to bottom, you can sit and ride and listen to the documentary almost completely top to bottom. Reasonable Doubt, you're going to be bouncing around. And you got your 3 or 4 favorites, right? The documentary has got more favorites. Like documentary, I can get my car and ride out with.
And you can't ride out to Reasonable Doubt. Oh, that is so disappointing. Sorely disappointing to you. And then the documentary ends up at your number 5.
It does. So who's your
My number 5 is College Dropout.
Your number 5?
College Dropout made top 5. College Dropout made top 5. College Dropout made top 5.
Wait.
Mm-hmm.
Stop right there. The College Dropout is at number 5. That means that you put Doggystyle, Reasonable Doubt, Illmatic, and the Purple Tape.
I did. Yes, I did. Yes, I did.
College Dropout. Now we're not talking about your favorite.
I'm talking about
people, man. We talking about album as a body of a work. What album? Which
I got 4. I got 4.
You got 4 that were better
College
complete
Dropout.
albums than.
Yeah,
I could see 2. I could see 2, maybe
it's
3.
4 because you don't want Reasonable Doubt to be better, but it is better than College Dropout. It is. It is. Oh
There's
man.
no
Oh
way.
man. I wish you
There's
I
no
wish you
way,
could see
bro.
it how I see it. But yeah, so from that one, College Dropout. You freezing
All
up
right.
still?
So listen, this is what we're gonna do. Hey, our producer's on the back end watching, and unfortunately, I'm gonna kick him out real quick. Hold on, let me bring him on screen real quick. Hold on, let me bring on the screen real quick, Dennis, so people know that you was in here.
Yeah, we had him in here to do work.
Here
Yeah,
you go,
he was here to
ladies and
work today. He
gentlemen.
was here to work today.
I was at work.
He was
I
here.
had my shirt on.
He was into work.
I had my
And
shirt
he
on.
rocking the t-shirt. Show him
And
the
he
merch.
rap.
Show him the merch,
Exactly.
D.
I got that.
However, every time we try to add more and more people, it starts skipping on me. So Dennis, man, we
Love
love you,
y'all,
bro.
man.
See you
Y'all be
Saturday.
easy.
We'll
Make
see
sure
you
that
Saturday.
See you Saturday.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah,
Yes,
we'll see
indeed.
you Saturday.
All right, so listen, man. Yeah, so I'm sorry, I cannot believe. I can't believe you think Reasonable Doubt is a better complete album than College Dropout.
That at number 4 sits the Reasonable Doubt album. Yeah. What's your number 4?
Number 4. Doggystyle. Yeah, number 4 is Doggystyle. I need you to go ahead and breathe there, nigga.
I'm about to leave. Shoot, it's about time for me to go get my blankie. That right there hurt as much as getting my.
I'm sure.
What?
I'm sure.
Oh,
I'm sure it did.
Doggystyle as a complete work, top to bottom.
As a complete.
That's a skipless album.
I will tell you. I'm gonna tell you. It was really tough for me between Doggystyle and Illmatic. It was really.
So you got Illmatic at your 3 spot.
Yeah, and I'm even right now while I'm literally looking at it and going, I think Illmatic needs to be number 4 and Doggystyle's number 3, but I'm not sure.
I got Illmatic at number 3. I do. Illmatic is my number 3.
Well, who do you wait? Who you got at number 4?
Reasonable Doubt.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I got Reasonable Doubt at 4, Illmatic at 3, and at number 2, I got the Purple Tape. And again, this is all after my
wait a minute.
Yes, sir. Sir.
Wait a minute. Oh, well, okay. All right. I see. So wait, I said Illmatic was number 3. No, I said Doggystyle's number 4, Illmatic's number 3, College Dropout's number 2, and number 1.
You got Purple Tape number 1. You listen to Purple Tape again.
I did.
It's an absolutely amazing
piece.
It
was that work of art made me remember why I started rapping, like why I started doing hip hop, not just rapping, doing hip hop like that. Because when you listen to that album, you feel the camaraderie, you feel the family, you feel, and then the bars and the bars and the bars.
Yeah, and just the fact that the entire Wu decided to come along and give some of the best verses. Like that was the Ice Cream Man's coming, man. Meth Worm on the hooks.
Ice Cream Man.
The RZA just eating things alive with the production. And it was kind of a collab album. You see everybody else on their solo albums have themselves alone. This nigga got Ray and Ghost on his joint. Like Purple Tape was, you could tell this was a collective effort to make a banger. And then the fact that the Wu-Tang would always work together. So having features on almost every track that just, that was one. So for me, it wasn't hard to put Doggystyle number 1 because again, I think it's just one of those top to bottoms, no skippages, rock and rolls. Like, hey, it goes. But that Purple Tape, it was It had to be the next up. It had to be the next up. Now, I did send this list over to some folks beforehand, and I posted it on TikTok as well. And a lot of folks were getting rid of the purple tape. A lot of folks were getting rid of the purple tape. And I
thought the general consensus was, Nas and Chef can't go nowhere.
Now that was in the group chat. Now in the group chats, it was as long as Illmatic and purple tape stay, everything else can go. Nobody and they were getting rid of everything else. They said it could be a two album race here, and the rest of them can go to hell. So that's where the old head hip hop dudes, that's where they were with it. They were all, hey, let it go. But the general public outside of the friend groups, they were saying it's just row 3's got to go. But they did not know the impact of the purple tape, and they were just some old folks or some young folks who had no idea what was really happening. So wrong. You are 100% correct. And if you have not listened to it in 20 years, go listen to that again. It is still that one for 100%. I agree with you 100%.
Let me ask you this: purple tape or 36 chambers? I know that's not on the
right. I said that's not fair. I know that's not fair. That's not the questions right now.
But purple tape or 36 chambers?
36. It's got to be 36. That was the introduction. Okay. That was the introduction, and that had a track that had every member on it. And there's nothing better than a posse cut with the entire posse on there rocking out.
Unless you've got a posse the size of the Wu-Tang Clan, so you can do 2 or 3 heads on the track, and it's just like, godly, it feels like you can see. I can listen to a duo and just see everybody around. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's Wu-Tang for me. Yeah. That's what Wu-Tang does for me. So let me get this straight. I'm gonna make sure I run down mine properly, right? So we said number 1 is Cuban Linx. Number 1 is Cuban Linx. Number 2 is College Dropout. Number 3 is Doggystyle. Number 4 is Illmatic. Number 5 was Reasonable Doubt. Number 6 was excuse me. Number 5 was Documentary. Number 6 was Reasonable Doubt. Number 7, Slim Shady LP. Number 8, The Truth. Number 9, Noriega.
That's your 9 in a row. And for me, number 1, and it's probably gonna be always and forever for me, Doggystyle. Number 2, the purple tape only built for Cuban Linx. Number 3, Nas's Illmatic. Number 4, Jay, Reasonable Doubt. Number 5, Kanye West, College Dropout. Number 6, The Game's Documentary. Number 7, Noriega's Nori. Number 8, Beanie Siegel's The Truth. And number 9, Eminem's the Slim Shady LP. That's where we have it there. So for you people that are actually listening as you're driving around or have this in your ear, we're going to recap these rows that we have here. The top row, once again, is Snoop Dogg, Kanye, and Beanie Siegel. Row 2 is Nas, Eminem, and Jay. And row 3, the purple tape, the documentary, and Nori. So these are your rows that you get to pick from.
Now, I have a question for you before we cut a row. Who do you think had the best debut? Now, listen to why I'm asking that question. Not what you think the best album is. You understand what I'm saying? We know that Doggystyle is your favorite, right? Mm-hmm. But who had the best first album?
Let me see.
Give you an example. I think Reasonable Doubt is a dope album, but I don't think it was the dopest first album. I think he's got much better material down the line than Reasonable Doubt. Mm-hmm. I think the Blueprint is better.
Mm-hmm. The Black Album.
Yeah. Black Album is better.
Possibly. I have to do more research on those books.
It's at least debatable. That's what I'm saying. It's at least debatable. But
for me,
there's no debating.
There's no debating. Snoop Dogg was the most anticipated, and it's his best work. Yes. Like after coming off of the Deep cover and then coming off of the Chronic album with Dre, all we wanted to hear was what Snoop Dogg was going to do as a solo artist.
Yes, sir.
And when that album dropped, it was everything that we expected. everything. He did not drop the ball anywhere. And you got to hear basically all of those same folks that you heard on the Chronic album were on the Doggystyle album. You get the Dog Pound. You got Warren G. You got RBX. You got the Lady of Rage. You got everything that you were looking for. And then this little young nigga named Mr. Malik on this track out there just out of nowhere. Like, who is this little young nigga? And that nigga spit that fire out there too. So the Doggystyle album as a debut album was everything that we expected it to be, plus some. And
he never beat it. He
never
beat it.
And never came even close to that once again. So that was his best work. And I think that was the best debut. However, it edges out the College Dropout by that much, like by inches. Like the College Dropout as a debut, good Lord, Kanye, what were you doing?
Listen, my brother, there is not a more, in my opinion, there's not a more perfect album to listen to all around. I think the only reason that Cuban Linx ends up at number 1 is because all around it was really, really good album. But the impact that album had was something out of this world.
Yeah.
Kanye's album, if Cuban Linx wasn't on this list, it would not have been easy. It wouldn't have been hard for me at all to put, because in my opinion, that album as a first album is by far and away better than everything else.
It's almost perfect. It's almost perfect. For me, the Doggystyle album was perfect. It gave me everything I needed. But it was almost, that College Dropout album and the rollout for that College Dropout album was that Through the Wire. That Through the Wire was, sheesh.
Oh my God. Just I can't stand it, can't they have? Like yo.
And the thing was to hear it on a mixtape before it got redone. So to hear it on a mixtape with his mouth still wired shut and hearing it, it's like, oh, and then the All Falls Down junk that he had Selena do, but hearing the original with the Lauryn Hill sample in it from her Unplugged album just made me like, that was the one I was looking for. That kind of disappointed me on the album. I'm like, where's Lauryn? It's like, as a debut
album. I didn't hear the mixtape version of Through the Wire.
Okay.
I did hear the original Lauryn version of All Falls Down.
Yeah.
I was on that when I heard it. I was like, oh snap. I know that, and I had to go back to the Unplugged album from Lauryn Hill.
Yeah.
Like that's my favorite R&B album. Like
I listened to that double. I listened to that double a lot. That Lauryn Hill's Unplugged was one of them. But
when she spit that, I'm sorry, we ain't talking about her now.
Exactly. We gonna get to the women in a few months. We're gonna get to the women in a few months. So we're gonna give y'all a chance to hear us spew some wonderful knowledge on that. But yeah, so out of those top 9s, like I said, I've got my bottom 3 has someone from each row. That Nori's on the bottom row, that Slim Shady's in the second row, that Truth is on the first row. So I can't say, well, it's enough of them on the bottom so I can take that whole row out. And for me, with Doggystyle being on number 1, it cannot come off the list.
Can't go.
And also with
here's the problem. Here's my problem. I could. Okay, and this is why we did this by picking these albums first. Because
it makes it that much more difficult.
Even though I've got Kanye at number 2,
right?
There is no way I can get rid of Kanye and Doggystyle.
And there's the rub.
But I can and here's a question for you, all right? Ladies, all right. On the top row, you've got Doggystyle.
Give me that picture again. Let me see that picture. Let me see that picture again. Let me see that picture again. Because I need to see this visually as well. I need to see this visually as well, as you see.
It's rough, brother. It
is. And I'm gonna figure out a way. I'm gonna figure out a way to do this.
You ain't gonna be able to do it.
I have to.
You're not
I
gonna
have
be able
to.
to do it.
We are about 10 minutes away from ending this show. In the next 10 minutes, we're gonna come to it, and I'm gonna see if we can get on the same. I'm gonna see if we can convince each other to get on the same row and knock out the same row.
Oh boy, there you go, sir. So you've got on the top row, Doggy Style, College Dropout, and The Truth. Now, out of those three,
That's one.
I think
that's
both
number
of
one,
us would
number five,
agree.
that's one, number 5, and number 8 on my list.
Right, that's number. See, that's 4. Is it 3? No, 3, 2, and 6. Was it 7? No. He was 7. He was 7. So I think we both would agree that if we had to just get rid of one, The Truth would have to go.
Yes, if we could get rid of one from each row.
Too bad that's not the game.
That's not the game. That's not the game.
So, and I think you and I had the same conclusion after going back and listening to this, that the production on that album, even though I believe we're both really big Beanie Siegel fans. I'm a huge Beans fan. The way he spits that bully mentality, not since DMX's debut album was I feeling like that. You understand what I'm saying?
And
but
the way that album sounds now
today, it didn't age well. The production didn't age well.
Yeah, it was definitely a moment in time. It's got some grit to it, but it's got a little bit of that Just Blaze trying things out kind of style to it, and it just
know what?
Didn't matter.
You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. Because I was thinking in my head, like, it almost sounds like this dude needs to be on some gritty, raw stuff.
Some boom baps.
Almost like those beats, some of them, especially when you start adding the electronic stuff, it almost seems to be too light for what he's saying.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
It was too playful, but it was during that time of the shiny suit era kind of fading out, and we're going into a little bit of a higher tempo, like that State Property sound. That State Property, like for everyone in the group of State Property, it was good to have that for the parties, and it was good. Kind of like when Swiss did his thing with Rough Rider. You got those Rough Rider beats, and those Rough Rider beats were high tempo. They had certain things going on in them, and it was built for club time during that era. And the things on Beanie's album, and the biggest critique I have with the Beanie's album was it had a mill on it. Took him down like
he's so stupid.
It had a mill. I had Beans. I thought guaranteed at least top 5. I thought that album was going to at least be top 5 when I just looked at this list before the replays. And I re-listened to everything, and I was like, I couldn't even I thought he would be over Nori. To me, I thought he would be over Nori. Couldn't do it. Could not do it. Could not.
He still is.
Could not.
It might be. He still is. Well, see, I'm the same way with Eminem. I am a Eminem fan. Because I think that it's very rare that you run into someone who can use words that way. And this is why the whole Reasonable Doubt thing bothers me, because I was looking at it from the perspective of albums, like total albums. And what I feel, and I think I told you this before, I can listen to Eminem and Jay-Z talk about music.
Right.
And it feels like a track. I've listened to them talk about music and then go into a verse, and it took me 8 bars before I realized, oh snap, that's that verse from such and such.
Right.
Because the way they talk, it's like it's storytelling. So it's really, and the same, you know what? The same thing with Kanye to a degree. Only it sounds, when Kanye does it, it sounds like a rhyme. It sounds like a rap.
Yeah.
But when M will do it, and it sounds like he's talking crap. Bro, when he says, you might see me walking, you might see me jogging, you might see me walking a dead Rottweiler dog with his head chopped off in the park with a spike collar hollering at him because the son of a bitch won't quit barking, leaning out the window with a cocked shotgun, driving up the block in the car that they shot Pocky and looking for big skillers, dressing ridiculous, blue and red like I don't see what the big deal is. Bro, that sounds like a conversation, bro.
It does, and those were great bars, but over a beat and having to listen to that shit. Yeah, it's like,
the beats got redundant. That's how he ended up down the list. The beats got redundant.
Yeah. And again with Dr. Dre, you can tell on that album the ones that Dre had complete control of and what he just allowed that young man to go do. So it was a little difficult for me, but I had to drop him down. And he's dragging down his row because outside of that, if he were to give me, if that album was just a little bit better, I could see no reason to get rid of Road Number 2. But Road Number 2, I've got 2 of my top 5. No, I'm sorry, my top 4 in Road Number 2.
You're right.
So I don't think I can get rid of Road Number 2 strictly because I've got 2 of my top 4 in there. However,
holy cow, you have just painted yourself into a corner.
However, and that's the problem. There is no way that the purple tape can go anywhere.
So you know what this means, right? That means that if the purple tape can't go, that means you got to keep the game over either Kanye West or Nas.
It's not happening. It's not happening. It's not. It's
going to happen
Snoop.
this evening.
It's Kanye West. It's Kanye West and Snoop.
You've got to take Nori over Jay-Z and Doggystyle.
That's the craziness. So
yeah.
Okay, so the purple tape cannot save that, and I guess I'll raise this question to you. Are you telling me that the purple tape cannot raise the game and Nori's status?
Can it? Yes. Can it raise it to the status of taking out Row 1? Let's just agree on this. We both agree that Row 1's not leaving.
Snoop Dogg, Kanye, and Beans.
There's no way. In my opinion, Row 1,
Doggystyle,
Snoop Dogg, Doggystyle, and College Dropout. Forget the truth.
Forget the truth in Row 2. Okay.
Right. There's no, because to me, both of us, those are our top. That's your top, your number 1 and my number 2.
Right.
So like, I can't go. So Beans by proxy gets saved. Now, those 2 albums were able to save the truth.
The one.
Can one album save 2? I'll give you Illmatic is a classic.
Classic.
It is a classic. It's like the bedrock of hip hop, but so is Reasonable Doubt.
Exactly. And I love both of those records. I love all of those albums. But here's the thing. I wouldn't put either album on Row 2 above the record on number 3. I would.
What record on which one? What do you mean?
The purple tape. I would not put Illmatic or Reasonable Doubt above the purple tape. Illmatic's close. Reasonable Doubt is close. They're close, but they're not quite there. However, dang it, you gonna make me get rid of the purple tape?
I'm not making you do anything, sir. Hold on. Oh, whoa. We got some predictions here. It says this sucks, but goodbye, second row.
Oh, what?
Yeah.
Oh my.
Hold on.
Oh my.
The purple tape helped move the game. What? Oh, it helped more. The game album
not as bad. That's true. That's true. That's a point. That's a point.
So if you ended up here's the thing. If you told me, hey, you got the documentary and the purple tape for your ride, you'll be like, okay, cool. I'm with that.
Yeah.
If I told you only got Illmatic and Reasonable Doubt for your ride,
I'm good with that.
You're good with that.
I'm good with that.
And if I said you only got Doggystyle and College Dropout for your ride,
I'm good with that.
You're good with that. If I told you only got Nori for your ride,
I'm good with that too. I'm not good with that. I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that.
Yeah, I tell you got the Slim Shady LP alone for your ride.
I have that in my ride, and I've listened to it once, and I was like, yeah, I'm not doing that again.
Okay. And I tell you got the Truth in your ride for your ride. That's the only album you got.
How long is the ride? Do I have to listen to the whole thing? Because I'm skipping.
Yeah, it's an album. It's an album's
album length ride.
Whatever the album.
Because I know I'm skipping.
That's how long.
Because I just did this, and I was like,
I didn't get through. I did the same thing with the Nori album. I was like, but I mean the Beanie Siegel album too. Like we talked about this.
And again, I don't know. And this is me ranking them now, not when they came. And that's That's the rough part for me. Is oh man.
And I think this is the reason this is much more difficult and much more heartbreaking is because you had the idea, sir, of hey, before the show, everybody go listen to the albums again. And when you listen to them again, it breaks your heart.
It does.
Because you remember it
a certain way.
In a certain way. And then you listen to it with your 40-plus-year-old ears, and it's just like, oh.
And that's one thing. That's one thing I will say about some of these that's not fair is I had to listen to them on a tape player on a Walkman. You know what I'm saying? And now you're listening to them with Beats headphones on as opposed to a Walkman like that. But the saving grace is I listened to Purple Tape on a handheld Walkman, and then I listened to it again through some beats and then put it back in the car and listen. I was like,
with studio headphones.
Oh my God, this is amazing. But then listening to the truth from a CD player, handheld CD player to now it's like, it just doesn't sound right. It doesn't sound the same.
So here's my biggest dilemma right now. And I'll be real with you because I row one, Doggystyle, College Dropout, The Truth aren't going anywhere. The Truth could go, but it's got to stay because I'm not throwing away Snoop and Kanye. I would take the Purple Tape over all three of row two. The problem is I wouldn't take the Game over
anyone.
Two of row two. I would take him over. I would take that one over. That was the first controversial thing in the show. I'd take him over Reasonable Doubt. I know, but it is what it is because that'll bump harder to me than Reasonable Doubt. Now, y'all, because this is what you like to do, and then like the people get in the comments and trying to do the same thing, and you're gonna get your feelings hurt, people. Because I am not saying that I don't like Reasonable Doubt. What I am saying is that comparatively and as a body of work, it is not a better album overall than the documentary.
And that sounds crazy to say.
It does sound crazy to say, but you can't refute it to any legitimate degree.
Refute it, you just have to play them.
You're right.
And here's the thing. Here's the thing.
Side by side.
The documentary takes a bit of a flag because that's just 50 Cent second record.
It's a lot of 50
second record. So I gotta get rid of that one.
That's Get Rich or Die Trying
2.
sub 8.
You know, but let's see. Okay, let's go ahead and settle this once and for all. Because we gotta go. We gotta go. So let's go ahead and finish this once and for all. Give me your road that must go.
God dog it,
Throw them back up there so the people can see. And we're gonna let you tell these people what you are getting rid of.
All right. As much as it hurts my heart, row 3 with the Purple Tape, the documentary from the Game, and Noriega has got to stay. And that it edges out row 2 with Illmatic, the Slim Shady LP, and Reasonable Doubt. It stays. Row 2 goes.
Oh my God. Are you? Oh man.
And you know when I decided
just
that?
Just now.
When I was talking about the documentary versus Reasonable Doubt, and I just went, wait a minute. That means I can't, if I got the Game above if I got documentary above Reasonable Doubt and the Purple Tape above Reasonable Doubt, there's no way I can keep it. I can't. Nori is such a weight on that. That's the only thing that was making me think about get rid of it because that album was not good.
And it's so terrible because the way my list is, I've got in my top 9, I've got someone from row 1, row 3, row 2, row 2, row 1, row 3, row 3, row 1, row 2. It's kind of funny how that and I can't, like, I need a mathematician out here to come out here and do my averages because this is
It's hard to do. Gangsters
the
make the world. I don't know why that song popped in my head
row
just now, but
number
it's all good.
2 has 2 top 4s and then the bottom of the list. That's what because that Slim Shady record pulls him all the way to the bottom of the list.
See, that's how I feel about Nori. Like, I don't understand that.
Pulls him all the way to the bottom of the list. Now, row 1, I got someone at the top, someone at the middle, someone at the bottom. So we are still bouncing around a little bit. And
did you put Kanye? Where did you put
number
Kanye?
5? I got number 1,
that's right.
number
Jesus
5,
Christ.
and number 8 on row 1.
Yeah.
And oh man. All right. F it. For the sake of time, I'm just gonna pull this Band-Aid off.
Wait, ladies and gentlemen, Tommy with an H is about to give y'all. Hold on, you stay right there.
Oh
you
my
stay
God.
Right there. Don't you say nothing.
Man.
Don't you say a word.
Oh man, this is terrible.
Tell me what it is.
I think it's the drugs. I'm gonna blame it on the drugs, so I have the right to change this answer in a minute. You know what I'm gonna do?
No,
I'm gonna push. I can't pick. I refuse.
You must be outside your mind.
You
must be outside your mind.
I'm not doing it.
No,
you can't make me. You can't
yes,
make me.
Yes, I can. Hey, listen, we ain't going nowhere till you do pick. Ladies and gentlemen, you're gonna sit here and watch us talk for about. Watch me talk. Smack.
No, you can't make me pick, bro. You can't make me pick. No, there's no way that I've already stated the purple tape can go nowhere. The purple tape can go nowhere.
That means you're getting rid of row 2. That means you're getting rid of Illmatic.
You get rid of Illmatic can go nowhere. Doggystyle can go nowhere.
Hey, you sound scared.
Let's go.
You sound scared of making a decision because what people might say.
I'm gonna change this up. I'm gonna go with
no. You can't change nothing. No.
I'm going with columns. Okay, I'm gonna go with columns.
No, you
I'm
can't.
gonna go with bruh.
No, because both of us would choose the same column. I bet. On the count of 3, let's get.
I don't know. I gotta go look at it. Which one's that? I gotta go look at it. I'm trying to find it right now so I can go look at them and pick a column.
Look at what?
I've got to go look at the column so I can see which column goes.
There you go. You gonna pick the 3rd column. The Truth, Nori, and Jay-Z Reasonable Doubt gotta go. But that's not what we're doing here, bro. No, bro. That's not what we're doing.
I'm just gonna say column number 1 stays for sure.
Bro.
You can't make me do this. I'm pushing.
Hey,
I'm pushing, man. I can't do it.
I'm not ending the show
I'm sick.
until you pick.
I'm sick. I'm sick. I'm sick.
You have to pick.
I'm medicated. You cannot make me pick.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the Let's Get Canceled podcast. This nigga is scared to get canceled because if he picks whichever row nope, you got to pick a row.
I'm not gonna break my own heart for y'all's entertainment. Okay, I am not breaking my own heart for y'all's entertainment.
You spent 15 minutes at the top of this show talking about somebody being in your butt. You can pick a row.
Oh man, this is stupid, man. This is real stupid.
You gotta pick.
No, we don't. Who said we had to do this anyway? Whose dumbass idea
was
nigga?
This? It was your idea. This is your idea. This is your show.
Oh man. All right. Just so Tech will let y'all go home. I'm gonna just say 3 and we're gonna go. Just so we can go home. You got rid of the purple tape. Okay, fine. Number 2. Number 2. How about that? Number 2. Okay. Or number 1. Or number 1.
Hey,
or
all
number
you
1.
All you hip hop heads. You heard him, right? He chose to get rid of
or number 1.
Only Built for Cuban Linx.
Or number 1.
I cannot believe
or
that.
number 1.
Okay, so you're getting rid of Doggystyle?
Or number 3.
No.
Or number 2.
Ladies and gentlemen, he chose to get rid of Only Built for Cuban Linx. Oh my God. But okay. All right. No. Ladies and gentlemen, hey, remember, y'all, please. Remember, we are everywhere that you listen to podcasts, on all of your podcast platforms for audio podcasts. They'll be up every Thursday, every week. Also, follow us on Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, Facebook, everywhere, all social media platforms. Just search the Let's Get Canceled podcast, and we're there. We are together this Saturday. Because
yeah, man.
we are together in Duval this Saturday. Or see, that's how you say that, ladies and gentlemen. Y'all remember?
Yeah,
you know
your new head coach doesn't quite know how to do that yet, but we're gonna get them together.
Yeah. But anyway, man, hey,
Yeah,
cousin, man, I need you to make sure that you keep taking care of yourself, and you're gonna need to take a nap and get off these drugs, because you're gonna watch this tomorrow and you're gonna be like, I can't believe I said that. Yeah. So it's all good.
This is under duress. This cannot count against me in the court of law.
It absolutely does. It absolutely does. But anyway, boy, I love you,
too,
boy.
man. Love y'all. Y'all be good.
Yo, y'all be easy, man. Peace.